Interior Alaska, Joe Cook here in the sports seat for you on a magnificent Monday. And you know what that means? It's time for your weekend recap. The big story this weekend has been the play of the Nanook hockey team. The King of the Bears are playing like kings of college hockey right now after closing out Friday night's game on defense with a 2-1 win over Northern Michigan. Saturday would not be as close, trailing 1-0, and at the 15:34 mark in the first, Colton Beck got the Nanooks on the board with a goal. In the second period, it was a scoring fest with 3 goals for the Nanooks. Within 6 minutes of each other, Tyler Morley scored the go-ahead at 5:06 mark of the second period. Beck scored again at 10:20, assisted by Colton Parayko and Andy Toronto, which would prove to be the game winner. Parayko added an insurance goal at the 11:21 mark for a 4-1 Nanook lead. The Wildcats scored on a shorthanded goal later in the second, but John Keeney closed the door in the third period with his saves. The final 4-2 UAF, 6 wins in a row. The last time that happened was the 2009-2010 season, but this is the first time in program history that the Nanooks have swept 3 straight series in the CCHA. The Nanooks are now tied for 4th in the CCHA with Ferris State. UAF is getting a lot of love from the pollsters, and it's well-deserved. The USCHO has them at number 20 in their pairwise rankings. The Nanooks are tied for 11th. Colton Beck was named the CCHA Offensive Player of the Week today as well. Beck hadn't scored in 12 games, but scored 3 in the Wildcat series, and both game winners for the Nooks. Next for UAF, at Miami, who swept the Nanooks in the Carlton Center in November. For now, the streaky Nanooks are just keeping it simple.
Since we got back from Christmas, we just stuck to what makes our team successful, and that's hard work, good defensive play, and just keeping it simple. Coach Ferg really stresses those 3 things, and I think it's showing in the win column right now.
Now I look back on the 3 sweeps, and it really isn't actually too surprising, because you go back in the locker room and you look around, and these guys are all pulling the same way, and they literally love each other, and it's just phenomenal to be a part of it.
In high school hockey, another team made a run in the second period like UAF. The Dog Bowl was on the ice Saturday as Lathrop hosted rival West Valley in the regular season finale. It was senior night for the Malamutes as Maxwell Blankenship and Ian Morey, the 2 seniors on the team, were recognized. West Valley was not paying homage to those seniors with the first goal to open the game going to Troy Munson, the Wolfpack Jr. Munson finished with 2 goals and an assist, but Mad Max Blankenship would say, hey, respect my senior night, man. His goal here beat Matt Taylor to even things at 1-1. And then the second period happened, and West Valley would just better their rivals, scoring 3 unanswered goals, which would prove to be the difference. West Valley wins 4-1. The Wolfpack finished 6-0 in the Rail Belt Conference and secured the #1 seed in the conference tournament this weekend. In the Patty Center, the Wolfpack seem ready to make a deep postseason run.
I don't know, when they scored that goal, we all were just so down. We needed to get some energy, and Coach told us we just needed to get out there, and we got a lot of energy and just buried them.
It'd be great for us, creating offense there, making my job a lot easier, a lot less pressure off me and everybody else. We were really smart defensive zone. 1 mislap led to a goal, but other than that, we did really well out there. We got pucks to the net, and that's what we need to do. Versus Anchorage teams, we have a chance to go far in state, and we proved it out there. We're one of the best teams in the state.
Also in the high school hockey, the Monroe Catholic Rams lost to Houston by 1 goal, the final 2-1. The loss drops the Rams to 3rd in the Greatland Conference. Houston and Hutchinson finished on top and will get byes. Monroe will host a playoff contest against the last place teams. The winner of that game gets a spot in the state tournament. And the Ice Dogs continue to play some great hockey as well, winning 7 of their last 8 games. The latest trio of wins came on the road in Fresno, California. In a 3-game series, the Ice Dogs were just dominant against the Monsters, winning 7-3 on Friday and 8-3 on Saturday. Sunday night's game went into overtime as the Monsters tried to go down with the fight, but the Ice Dogs would prevail with a big rally and get the win 3-2. In overtime, the Ice Dogs did their damage in the third period, down 2-0, until Patrick Newell's goal cut the deficit to 1, and Lonnie Clary, he tied it with a goal at the 15:45 mark. Garrett Clement scored the game winner 40 seconds into the overtime period. The Ice Dogs had a perfect penalty kill and 38 shots on goal. Now the Ice Dogs are 1 point behind Wenatchee in the West, and guess who the Dogs play next? Wenatchee on the road against the Wenatchee Wild. The North Pole Patriots won the Mid-Alaska Conference title in wrestling this weekend. We'll have full results on tomorrow's Sportscast. And former Nanack goalie Chad Johnson started tonight for the Phoenix Coyotes. You can catch that on NHL.com. Last time I checked, the Coyotes were up 1-0 over Nashville. And that's it for sports tonight. Stay cool, Alaska. Mike Schultz has your full weather forecast coming up next, and we'll catch you next time.